Welcome to Campus Connections. I'm President Pedraja. Here at QCC, we pride ourselves in being committed to 100% student success. And naturally, to help students succeed and to overcome the challenges that they face every day, there's a number of student services providers that help the students overcome those challenges and help them in their journey to achieving their dreams of a higher education. When we think of serving our students, there are multiple departments, from the student services area to the academic service area, that help our students out. So now we turn to areas of advising, career services, testing, that help students as they navigate their academic journey. What I would like to ask is for you to tell me a little bit about the work that your department does and how it serves our students.
Absolutely. So here in advising, we're serving all of the students at QCC. They see us multiple times a year for a variety of different things. Usually people associate advising with registration, and so we are busy registering students for upcoming semesters. But we also focus on degree planning and academic planning in conjunction with the career and transfer services area, so that we're making sure we're meeting the students' goals throughout their entirety of their time here at QCC.
Tell me a little bit about where on campus is your department, because it's not just one area, it's several areas.
That's right. Academic advising is located on the second floor of the Harrington Learning Center, or the HLC. The career and transfer services area are located in the A building, the administration building, in 272 and 274. Testing is upstairs on the third floor of the administration building.
If a student needs to connect with you, or if a staff member or faculty member wants to refer someone to you,
we'll connect with them in person through drop-ins. They can schedule appointments, call us on the phone, or we can meet with them on Zoom. We really want to make sure we're meeting the student where they're at, and we understand that students have incredibly complicated schedules, so sometimes they can't come to campus, but we still need to be able to be available to answer their questions.
Can you talk a little bit more about advising and how it's done, and how the students are assigned to advisors?
For academic advising, registration is the primary thing that folks think about, and we do help students with that, but we do so much more. We're also talking with students about career planning. We're talking to them about their long-term academic plans. We're looking to do goal setting with them, so that we're making sure we're identifying milestones that are important to the student as well as to us at QCC, to make sure that they're completing their degrees successfully. Because when they're asking for help, it's important that we're really listening to what the students are saying and can help them immediately if we can.
When it comes to something like testing, there's a lot more that goes on. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So a few years ago, you decided, I think wonderfully, to remove a barrier for students to start their educational journey, which was placement testing. And now we use a combination of multiple measures and reduce testing only for identified majors, so that students are placed into the appropriate English or math classes. This has really allowed students to move from admission to enrollment very quickly.
Transfer and careers. Most people don't know that our students are not just transfer or just career. Sometimes it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. So our motto in career and transfer is come early, come often. You can never start having conversations about what your next steps are. We have wonderful articulation agreements with all of our state sister schools, as well as a lot of the private schools, especially close here in the Worcester area, that are direct paths for students to go from QCC without losing credits. It's our mission to make sure that they're having a great educational experience, and if we can be a part of that to help them move towards completing their degree, we're happy to be a part of that.
The goal of the Financial Aid Office is to assure that students are not met with any type of financial barrier if they're looking to attend QCC to obtain a college degree or certificate. So we offer a wide variety of assistance.
So Kirstie, a lot of people are talking about Mass Reconnect. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so for Mass Reconnect, it's a great opportunity for students who are over the age of 25, who have been a resident of Massachusetts, to attend community college for free, as long as they have not received a prior either associate's degree or higher. So even if they've obtained a certificate somewhere else or here, As long as they don't have an associate's degree or higher, they could be considered for free community college.
So if people wanted to find you, where on campus is your office?
So we're located here on the second floor of the HLC building. We are available for student service Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, and Fridays, 8 to 5. And we're also available via phone and email.
So if a student wanted to connect with you or one of our staff members wanted to direct a student to you, how do they do that?
So they can either come here to the Welcome Center and make an appointment or just stop by. There's always somebody available to assist with students. They can also call us or email us.
Well, here at the library, we basically are the first stop for any information needs that our students have, including research assignments. We have about 44,000 print books and over 100,000 ebooks, as well as literally millions of articles in our databases. We have 4 study rooms, and students can check out the keys to those study rooms for, a quiet place to work with a group. Among the most important resources for students are our full-time librarians who can really guide them in building their information literacy skills and finding the resources that they need in our collection.
But what happens if the one book that I need is not there?
We have lots of ways to help people get resources outside of our collections, primarily through interlibrary loan. We belong to a consortium of other public higher education institution libraries in Massachusetts, and we share books among that consortium.
I guess most people know where you're located, but for those who might not, where are you located?
We are here on the 3rd floor of the Harrington Learning Center. We are also downtown at 25 Federal Street in room 121D. Based on our usage statistics, our nursing and other allied health students are some of the folks that use our online databases most. So they're doing a lot of evidence-based research, and they're using our databases. But I would add a third place, and that is online 24/7.
So back when I was in college, back in the dark ages, I had to go to the library and pull out this card catalogs and look in different subjects and titles and authors to get our books. That's a lot easier nowadays, isn't it?
It certainly is. Our catalog is basically a search engine right on our webpage. The other thing that's, I would say, new in libraries is that we lend so many things other than print books. We now are collaborating with the Center for Academic Excellence to lend laptops for the whole semester. And we look at it as a really important tool in the whole approach to retention.
What are the hours that people can come to the library?
Here, and we're open 61 hours a week. So that is Monday through Thursday, 8 to 8, Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 2. The resources are there anytime for someone to use online. While we are open for those 61 hours a week, there is live chat with the reference librarians, and that's a very popular service. For the library at the downtown center, the hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 4.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you at the library, what's the best way to do that?
Look on our website and send us an email, but really the reference desk is the major point of access. That's either through our live chat or by phone or by email. Of course, we're happiest when you come to visit us in person.
So we actually have 3 tutoring centers here at QCC. We have subject tutoring, we have the writing center, and we have the math center. We provide a place of connection and community for students here on campus. We provide services such as one-on-one tutoring, small group tutoring, drop-in tutoring, by appointment tutoring, both in person and online.
Sometimes people hear tutoring and they think, oh, that's just for students who are not doing well, who need help. Can you tell me a little bit more about why every student should take advantage of tutoring?
So in tutoring, we really encourage every student to come early and come often. Tutoring is not just for students who think that they might be doing poorly or failing a course. Many of our tutors are also peer tutors, so they have that very helpful peer connection as well. But tutoring is for everyone at any point in the semester.
And do you also provide study groups?
We do. We actually encourage students to come and see us in groups. We have plenty of space for students to study in groups because you tend to learn a lot more that way.
So are there any other additional resources? And if a student wants to go for tutoring, where do they go?
We have computers for students to use. We have a wonderful space. All 3 tutoring centers are co-located. It's a wonderful open and bright space that students can really use. And we are conveniently located right here, second floor of the Harrington Learning Center. All 3 centers are located right next to each other, right here on the second floor. We always encourage students to come in person. You can also give us a call, but we have a central email. It's just tutoringcenters@qcc.mass.edu.
Yeah, and don't just come when you need help. Yeah.
Exactly.
But you're there to help if they need it.
Exactly.
Student Accessibility Services is located at 246A in the administration building. What our office does is it works with students who have disabilities who need an accommodation for the classroom setting.
Where do students go if they need these services?
On the queue is actually a 4-step process for a student to disclose their disability in college. We have an application process that's where a student begins. And once they fill that out, it allows us to send them an email, welcome to Student Accessibility Services. And then they meet with the coordinator, review their experience in learning and what is a strength and weakness in learning. And then from there, we work with their documentation to determine the accommodations they'll actually qualify for here on campus.
You also provide support for students. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So within our office, the coordinators work really as their point person on campus. So for some students, if they're struggling in class, our staff will work with that student to see what work can be missed and be made up. The other side of that is we have learning specialists on our staff that work with students either with time management concerns or just with students with math and their math disability. We say to all faculty, when in doubt, reach out. If you have questions about a student's accommodation letter that they've received, or if they have questions about what's happening in the classroom, we always want that faculty member to reach out to the coordinator that's on the accommodation letter. We actually have to put together a guide to accommodations for faculty that's available on our website. We have a section just for the faculty, or it's also available with the folks in the CAE. You can reach us at our email address, which is sas@qcc.mass.edu. A phone call. We also have a Sorensen video phone for our deaf and hard of hearing constituents, so they can contact us through that during business hours. We're pretty available, whatever modality suits you, but we have a lot of folks who just drop in.
I'm here in the Counseling and Wellness Center, and we just share what you do here for our students.
I am a licensed independent clinical social worker, and I provide therapy for students. I also have another full-time therapist who works here with me, and we have a resource coordinator, case manager, who provides assistance in getting students services off campus.
How do we get people to take advantage of the counseling service?
Nobody's confidentiality is compromised when they come to our office. This is a free service, so if you've been thinking about managing stress, dealing with your anxiety, managing your depression, or you think that you might have other reasons that it might be appropriate, this is a great place to be. We respect everybody's needs here. We also offer medication management, which we do virtually, and we also have an Active Minds Club that's available for students to reduce stigma around mental health concerns here on campus. For staff and faculty, we actually, if you have a concern, you're welcome to email me and call and ask for a consultation. Because our students are adults, we really encourage them to give the student the information so they can make their own referral. And the best way to connect with us is using our QR code, which is posted all around campus, or to email us at counselingandwellnessoffice@qcc.mass.edu.
Where is your office located? Somebody needs to come by.
Yeah, that would be helpful. So we are located on the basement floor, across from the mailroom, down the hall from the home plate food pantry. Our office number is B56A. We encourage students, if they're interested or have questions, to stop by. If no one is available to assist you, if you use our QR code, which is posted on our table, we will respond to you usually within a business day so that you can get your questions answered or services provided to you.
Today, we've introduced you to a number of the wonderful and dedicated staff that serve our students and help them through their journey in higher education. I hope that you'll keep that in mind and help students to find these services and to take advantage of them. Thank you for tuning in, and until next episode of Campus Connection, have a great day.